Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So it's 8 o'clock at night on Saturday, September the 20th, and we just wrapped up having dinner with my brother-in-law, whose birthday is this week. He's celebrating his 49th birthday. He's going to hit the 5th floor next year. Woohoo! Hey, thank you so much for all of you that joined us on our live stream today. For those of you that might have missed it, Dave and I just had an impromptu live stream. I personally love doing the live streams. It is the most fun for me because I can connect and get feedback from you folks real time, and that's really a joy for me. We were struggling a little bit for topics, and so I just suggested Dave's like, well, let's just do a live stream. He's like, okay. And it was a lot of fun. So thank you all for who joined us on it. One of the questions that came out of the live stream was, can we do an energy reading for the upcoming week? So that's what I'm going to do on this video. Dave's going to do a similar video on his Tarot by the Bay channel. So if you're not familiar with that, check out David at Tarot by the Bay. It's a really good channel. And he does some really amazing things. I've watched a couple videos of him, and it's just, I realized how much better he's at this than I am. We have different styles and different approaches. Dave could be a little more salty, a little more that wand, that fire energy. But some of his readings are just so insightful and so amazing, and it's just I'm really impressed that he pulls these things off. So we're gonna do kind of a little side by side. I'm really curious to see what he puts up, because he and we don't collaborate or corroborate our stuff. It's just like he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing tonight. And we may have completely different results, or we have something that's actually very similar, or something in between. So it's just for entertainment purposes only. We'll see what we get. So let's take a look at what's the energy for the next week. And I want to kind of preface this with this. I read all the comments that come through the Twin Tarot channel. And I respond to as many as I can. And there was a couple that I have saved in the past where people have kind of had some insights as to what's been coming up, and I hold on to those just in case they're on to something. So let me grab a couple here, and I'll give credit for credit's due. I got to get past my pictures here. This is ridiculous. Okay, here we go. So Janice Bradford had left a comment that says, I've told a few others like Libby that for a couple months now I have been hearing a whisper as I wake that says September 21st down and October 13th gone. Okay, so this video is going to come up on September 21st. Now, understand tarot is not good on dates. So Janice, if this doesn't, if something significant doesn't happen on September 21st, it's okay. It just means that maybe something delayed it or something diverted it. So what you're feeling is what you're feeling. That's what tarot is all about. It's all about intuition and feeling. And, did I just have a cat? Punky just came cruising through. It's all about feeling and intuition, and that's fine. We'll see what we get out of that. Okay, that's Janice's comment. Let's see if I got a couple more here. And that's it. Okay, so let's take a look and see what Janice has got going on with this. See what the energy is for tomorrow and for the rest of the week of the 21st of September. This is for entertainment purposes only. I will shuffle the deck one more time and you can watch me do it, because we have been accused in the past of quote-unquote stacking the deck. And believe me, if I wanted to stack the deck, I could. But the fact of the matter is, I can read these cards any way I want. So I don't even need to stack the deck. I can make this reading go whatever direction I feel like it if I wanted to actually force it in a direction. So for those of you that accuse us of stacking the deck, you clearly don't know David and I very well, and you don't know tarot very well. I mean, to your point, yeah, it absolutely could be a biased and forced reading. But Dave and I really aren't those type of people. We certainly have our preference on what we think of what's right and wrong and what is just and unjust, but we're going to read it like we see it. So for entertainment purposes only, what's the energy going to look like the week of September 21st? Entertainment purposes only. Okay, foundation of the reading is the Hierophant. Okay, this is more government, more This is about governments. This is about corporations, big institutions. It's going to be the primary focus in this week. The challenge is the Seven of Swords. This is taking things of value away from you, sneaking off with things that, if you don't keep an eye on things, you're going to lose things. For example, Trump has been attacking free speech. He's been using the FCC as a weapon to take away the freedom of speech. So, like with on ABC, he has basically said, "Hey, look, if you do something I don't like, I'm gonna have the FCC kill your $6 billion merger acquisition, ABC. So as a result, you better get your comedians in order here." And this is what you have to be careful of. We are slipping into fascism, and I'm going to do a reading on this about the 14 characteristics of fascism and where we are and what direction we're heading. So the week of the 21st, it's about the government and taking things away from you. The energy underneath it, what we're not seeing, is the Lovers. God, if you were watching the live stream, you realize that this card came up 3 or 4 times as my underneath card, and here it is again. The Lovers card is about relationships and agreements and understandings. Basically, what bonds people together as a couple. This is a very deep major arcana card. So we've got 2 of the 3 cards are major arcana. So the energy underneath it is deep understanding and agreements, probably between between the courts and the government. What we're seeing is Trump is attacking the Constitution, and it's right now, are the courts going to agree with the Constitution, or are they going to agree with the Trump government? And I love the fact that I have to put pink bikinis on it because the YouTube censors deem this to be a pornographic card and unsuitable for children under 18. Whatever. In the past, the energy for this week is the Seven of Pentacles. It's about reaping what you're sowing, understanding what there is of value in the future versus what you want to harvest for today. Don't sacrifice your future for money today. Current energy. King of Wands. King of Wands is about taking decisive actions. Observing the situation and being decisive and taking action. So we've got the government, we've got what they're stealing, we've got relationships, we've got don't sacrifice your future for the actions you're taking today. This could be a message that is to the courts. Is you may be making decisions that you think are benefiting Trump, but these actions may affect you in the future because MAGA's not always going to be in power. Overarching energy is temperance. It's about balance. It's about shifting. It's about detoxification. It's about balancing out and smoothing out your emotions. So underneath it, it's about the relationships. This is the energy we're not seeing. The energy we are seeing is about temperance. People starting to realize that we need to balance things out, that this is going in a direction we don't want it to go. The nearest article I've seen is, for example, Ted Cruz is saying that it's very dangerous to have the FCC going after private corporations or over non-public corporations and telling them what is acceptable and not acceptable. Basically, the FCC is going in there saying that if you don't do what we tell you, we are going to kill off your business deal, which is why you're having a situation with ABC right now. The lesson to be learned is the Queen of Pentacles. This is about taking care of things that are valuable to you. In this case, this is simply your rights under the Constitution. I'm going to slide these cards down a little bit. Maybe I'll move my camera down a little bit. The Queen of Pentacles, it's about take care of things. This is like a mother nurturing a child. Don't do things that are not in the best interest of your offspring or the things that are important to you. Once again, the courts have been ruling in Trump's favor because they want to give Trump as much power as he can handle, not necessarily appreciating that the next president might not be Trump, or it might not be a Trump-like person. What if it's Gavin Newsom and you've given him these huge presidential powers? This might fly in your face. You may be going after MSNBC today, but in 4 years' time, this could be flinging towards Fox News, and that's what Ted Cruz was warning about. What's the outcome for this week? Queen of Wands. Okay, so we got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about it's like multitasking, taking lots of actions. The King of Wands is kind of more external. This is more internal, taking actions that you need to take internally. And I have no idea what that means as far as this reading is going. Yeah, Dave, where are you? Okay, so there's going to be a lot happen. I guess at the end of the day, what we're going to see is currently there's going to be a lot of decisive actions being taken, probably in this case executive orders, and the outcome is more actions being taken that are going to impact you directly, impact people internally directly. Let's get a clarification. What are the Queen of Wands? What actions are we going to be seeing? I'm feeling like a major arcana is coming up, and it is the Judgment card. You're going to be taking actions that are going to be a siren call. That basically it's going to cause people to have to stand up and say what they believe in. Whether that's the budget, saying, hey, we're going to shut down the government. Whether that's using the FCC as a weapon to shutter free speech. It could be the National Guard going in and tromping on people's civil rights for peaceful assembly and protest. There's a lot going on. But the outcome is going to be the Queen of Wands, many actions being taken, and the Judgment card is the clarification. It's like, yeah, when are you going to stand up and say enough's enough? That's what I'm getting on the energy for the week of September 21st. Okay, how do you follow that up, right? All right, so how were we as a population? That's too vague. I'm going to do a side-by-side. How is MAGA feeling at the end of next week, and how are the Dems feeling? So we're going to do the Dems on the left, which makes sense, and the MAGA on the right. How are the Democrats feeling after the week of September 21st? Do a little four-carder. And how are the MAGA Republicans feeling after the week? Okay. You know what? And let's do this. Have a little more fun with this. What does the actual future hold? What do we need to know about the future after next week? So we'll do those four cards. Okay. How are the Dems feeling? Okay. So, foundation of the reading is the Two of Cups. It's about agreements and understandings. Um, my gut feeling is this may have to do with the budget because uh, right now there was a couple of budgets, continue resolution that got moved forward to the Senate. The Senate rejected both proposals. So for the Democrats at the end of next week, it's about coming to agreements and understanding. So maybe they find some common ground to get a budget forth that keeps the government open. Or of course, you have the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak and betrayal. So, in order to keep the government open, they may have to go against their values. Or it could be we had an agreement to keep the government over and you betrayed us. Five of Swords, win at all costs. And Four of Cups, not happy with the choices that are being offered to you. My gut feeling is this all has to do with budget, and they've got some private conversations going with the Republicans. The Republicans decide that they're not going to follow through, that we're going for the win, and the Democrats are not happy. Either they're forcing the Democrats to acquiesce to their demands, and the Democrats aren't happy about it, or the Republicans are like, screw it, we're going to shut down the government, and the Democrats aren't happy with it. In either case, this is not good news for the Democrats. They're not going to have a good week. How are the Republicans feeling next week? Knight of Pentacles. We're just going to be patient, and we hold all the votes. We're okay shutting down the government, and if people are out in the cold, that's their problem. We've got our money and we've got our things of value. That's not our problem. The Fool card, we're going to be going down a different path than we've gone before. And the High Priestess, it's all about the High Priestess is about knowledge, secrets. Ask the right question, you get the right answer, but yet a certain bit of mystery to it. So for me, the Republicans, these are cards that basically saying they feel like budget cards. And I didn't really necessarily think this was going down a budget path, but these two cards feel like budget cards. Hey, Democrats, this is what we're going to give you. If you don't like it, we'll leave you outside. And if we shut down the government, that's fine. And we've got our own reasons that may be mysterious to you. How is this going to look overall? So we know how the Democrats are feeling. We know how the Republicans are feeling. How's everything? What else do we need to know about this? So we got the Ten of Pentacles. This is about legacy, about money, about things of value. For the old generation, the younger generation, and the next generation. This has also been about Trump's legacy. We've seen that many times. Main clarifier is the Nine of Swords. Just a nightmare situation. Once again, I just have a feeling this is budget related. That we've got all this money and wealth and things of value, and we can't come to an agreement. We're working behind the scenes together to see what we can do to work things out. And then we've got a new truth. We've got a truth coming forth from this. I mean, our budget reading that we did, I think it came out today, in fact, wasn't really well received. These cards suggest that the Republicans are going to play hardball. The Democrats are not going to be happy about it. And to me, it seems like, well, let me get a clarifier. Is the government going to shut down? Not going to be happy with the results. And it's the Strength card is the other clarifier. So there's going to be some unhappiness and sorrow about what's going to happen. And we need to be strong and we can get through it. I just have a feeling that if they can't come to an agreement, the government's going to shut down. And if they do come to an agreement, the Democrats are not going to be happy with. They've been strong armed and they were basically sold out. in my opinion, the House probably held firm, and that the Senate sold him out because the Senate didn't have the backbones to show the strength that they needed to get through this. I'm gonna do one more reading. What else do we need to know about the week of September 21st? Now, in the readings, in the predictions from the comment section, it sounded like there might have been some Trump health event or something that would be non-beneficial to the leader of our executive branch. Let's just take a quick look. What else do we need to know about the month of September, or the week of September 21st? We're not going to be happy with the actions. We've had 3 really bad weeks. Maybe the 4th week will be better. It's about Trump's legacy and the things of value in it. Oh boy. Underneath it is the devil energy. Once again, whoops, we have to protect the young people from these cards, because these cards are considered adult oriented. There we go. Now we've got the stickers in place. The energy underneath it is just more kowtowing to the orange felon. So to me, it seems like the week of 21st, Trump's going to get more of what he wants, or that low vibrational energy is going to be continuing into the week of September 21st. In the past, we had the Justice card. This is about things working the way they're supposed to. The difference between right and wrong. It's the difference between just and unjust. Current energy is the Ace of Wands. New actions being taken. Overarching energy. There's that Nine of Swords again. Just more stress, more anxiety, more unhappiness about the situation that's around us. We're taking actions to address this. Lesson to be learned. 5 of Swords. Win at all costs. I win, you lose. Oh boy. Oh man. Outcome is the 5 of Cups. Unhappiness and sorrow. So for me, let's clarify. Who's going to be unhappy or feeling sorrow? Is it the Democrats or the Republicans? There's going to be the Knight of Cups, a false friend offering, looking towards the past, treating people like children, and valuing money. Gosh, I just don't think this is going to be a good week for the Dems. Sorry. This is not about Trump's ill health. I think right now this is more about budgets and the Republicans controlling things more. More of the same. Don't expect an uplifting week. I hope I'm wrong. I'll be totally cool with being wrong. And if I am wrong, feel free to flame me in the comments about how I'm not a very good tarot reader or how I'm making this shit up and blah blah blah. Fine, I'll take it on the chin if it means that the Dems had a good week. And I'm a registered Republican, and I still want the Dems to have a good week because the Republicans left me out of their Overton window almost 20 years ago. And I guess I'm a proud rhino because I think the Republican Party has completely lost its way. Anyways, that's what I got. Sorry, I wish it was more uplifting. I wish it was better news. I could be completely misinterpreting these cards from entertainment purposes only. But, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Anyways, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the bell, and we'll wake you up with a new video every night at midnight. And I want to give a couple of shout outs. I read all the comments, and I respond to as many as I can. And I like to acknowledge some of the people that are very active in the comments or who've made a kind contribution to the channel, like Luana Bailey. Thank you so much, Luana. Luana made a very thoughtful contribution, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles for you. That's right, taking care of those things that you value. Luana made 2 contributions. Hey, thanks so much, Luana. We'll give you a second, another pentacle. So you got the Queen and the Knight of Pentacles. You should probably hold on to your money a little bit more because I'm going to spend it all on beer. Um, see what else we got here. Oh my gosh, I want to give a shout out to one of the best names out there for your account. It's Galactic Sparkly Fun Bunny. Oh my god, best name ever. Thank you so much for that. I I think you got one of the greatest names ever. And you've got the Hillbilly Brawl card, the Five of Wands. Everyone's gonna be fighting to try and get a better name than that, but I don't know. Galactic Sparkly Fun Bunny. That's a tough one to beat. And then let's see, Canuck Buck. Jimmy, you gave us a great idea. I might do a reading on that, so I'm going to hold off on that. And then I want to finish up with Michelle, also known as Kentucky Belle, who made 6 contributions to the channel. Thank you so much for Kentucky Belle. I don't know if you accidentally made 6 or what was going on there, but damn it, I truly appreciate you. And yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Maybe you should keep some of that hard-earned money for yourself. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. A card for the rest of us. I'm not going to give you that card. It's the Hermit. This is all about let's find our path forward, find our own truth. Try not to let this news get you down, and we'll get through it. We just got to take it one step at a time. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye now. Uh-oh. My mouse is turned off. I guess that means we should give you another secret card, huh? Okay, since y'all stuck around for that while my equipment isn't working properly. Oh, hey, there it is again, the Lover's card. God, this card has showed up so much. This is all about maintaining deep, long-lasting bonds. Sometimes even couples go through rough patches. The Democrats and the Republicans, we've had times when we've gotten along better. There's a lot of divisiveness now. That is short term. That will go away as well. So try and be loving, try and be forgiving, try and be accepting as best you can. I know it's hard. I totally get it. But let's do the best we can. Take care, folks.